Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. We've got the updated standings above me here. Everything's still super close. Some big matchups today that could shake up the standings. And I'll be right back with the first of those matchups. See you here in just a moment. Alright, we start off this week with My Little Ponyta against Nightmare After Christmas. This one's a big matchup because, again, depending on what happens today, I mean, My Little Ponyta has a doubleheader. If they win this matchup and then also win the other, they could be in a share for first place. If they lose both, they could plummet. Who knows? Big matchup here to start the day. All right, let's see. I don't think there were any notes on who they wanted me to start with. So, what have we got to work with here? Dugtrio is actually good against half the team, with Haunter being good against the other half, essentially. Blissey isn't going to help a whole lot this battle. Except for maybe, because even against Tentacruel, it's got Sludge Bomb. You know what, let's start with Fearow. Because Fearow, at the very least, could poison anything that's in there. With the exception of Magneton. And if Magneton's in there to start, we just switch to Dugtrio. Alright, it's gonna be Magneton. Because that's how the computer seems to always work. Okay. This works for me. The game got smart. It's like, no, let's switch. Oh, well, same thing. We just switched to Dugtrio and we'll be fine. No problem. Put Dugtrio in, and even if they switch, something's going to get hit with Magnitude. Actually, if I really want to big brain this, real quick, before I continue the battle, I need to explain a couple things. I've made this mistake a couple weeks. I'm actually going to get ahead of it this week. There were some additions made this week. Nightmare dropped Dugtrio and added Kangaskhan. And as a result, when Dugtrio was dropped, Ponyta got rid of Pineco for Dugtrio. Okay, we're all on the same page now. That's why Dugtrio is playing for the other team here. See, they're going to switch either Machamp, Kangaskhan, or Snorlax because they can take the hit better. So this is actually a rare opportunity where Curse makes sense to boost our defense a little bit and our attack. Because honestly, I'm not sure about Houndoom, but everything else I believe we outspeed anyway. So the Curse might actually work in our favor here. Especially against Snorlax. Now the question is, do we get greedy or do we go for it against Snorlax? I'm going to go for it. Come on, big number. 5. That's not going to do much. We got a critical hit, and that's all we got. Because it was a 5. All right, a Curse battle here. Curse again. Gosh, that would have been like a one-shot if we didn't Curse. Actually, rare girl versus boy matchup here. This might work. Attract. Snorlax, it's kind of like being confused. It might not do anything. Yep, there we go. Glad I noticed that. Magnitude. It's a 50-50 shot every turn if Snorlax is going to do something or not. There's that 8 we were hoping for. Okay. Come on. Darn it, it fought through. Magnitude. Come on, big number again. Eh. Come on, attract, do your thing. All right. All right, Snorlax goes down. Attract being used competitively. Yep. All right, that's what you got to do on this game, is use stuff that doesn't make sense. All right, Kangaskhan is back. We're gonna save Dugtrio because while we have like no health, we do outspeed Magneton. So you're most likely gonna use Dizzy Punch instead of Bite. I think what we do is we put Haunter in to avoid Dizzy Punch. If they go for Bite the next turn, we switch to Houndour. And then kind of see what Houndour can do from there.
Here comes the Pokemon Switch. Oh, it's Haunter!
Or it could go Surf. Okay. Forgot it had Surf. Oh, that still wasn't very bad. You do have Bite. Which you're definitely going to use now. Yeah, this does get a little interesting here.
The trainer's switching Pokemon. Oh, it's Houndour. The other trainer.
All right, Houndour versus Houndoom battle. Here we go. Interesting that it has Bite and it wasn't going for Bite, the Kangaskhan. Sludge Bomb, poison whatever's in there. If they switch to Tentacruel, at least it's damage. Alright, you can't poison a poison type, but we'll at least get some damage on it. Yeah, not much, but it's something. Alright, you're definitely going to go Bubble Beam. Blissey.
Pokemon Switch affect the flow of battle.
Thunder. I thought about Defense Curl there for a second, but I think we just got to try to get Thunder on it. Because if we could slow it down even, that would help the rest of our team. There's that paralysis to slow it down I was talking about. Thunder again. Can we go 2 for 2? We are 2 for 2. We did not take it out, though. Does it get to attack us? It does. Does it poison us? It does not, so we survive. The real question here is Egg Bomb enough to get rid of it? All right, it was. I was going to say, I didn't want to try to go 3 for 3 on Thunder. All right, 2-0 advantage, but we have two Pokemon that are way down on their health. All right, Magneton probably going to get a pretty easy one here. In fact, it might not even use Thunder, so it'd be stupid to switch in Dugtrio at the moment. Thunder in case we do get to attack. Oh my gosh, it is going Thunder. We had 37 health, and you're going with Thunder?
Oh, that's a miss.
All right, works for us. Maybe we can paralyze it. That's bizarre. I don't know why I didn't use Swift or Frustration there.
That didn't accomplish much.
Like, it could have easily just beat us with one of those little physical attacks. Like, I don't know what it's doing trying to use Thunder. See, why didn't you do that last turn?
Swift attack. Right, that's a hit.
All right, well, we still got some free damage on it. That could help out the Doug trio.
We're eagerly awaiting the
This game will never cease to amaze me with some of the things it decides to do.
This Pokemon is back for another go. Oh, it's already taken considerable damage.
Don't care, we're hitting something with magnitude. Even if they switch, we're getting a free hit on something. Be funny if it was Houndoom they put in.
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. Foe is weak. Now's the time to attack.
Come on, big number.
Two.
Not a big number.
That did little damage.
It seems like Doug Trio this year rarely gets the big numbers.
Which have on the battle.
Haunter could take the Surf kind of well. If we put Jinx in, what happens? Houndoom probably comes in.
They're eyeing
I think we go Haunter. Of the two,
Here comes a Pokemon.
Jinx is more valuable of the two from what our opponent has. Because if we could get around
The Pokeball.
the Magneton, it might even freeze it. I mean, if we could get around Houndoom, Jinx is pretty much ready to go the rest of the battle. Whereas they don't have anything that Haunter hits super effective remaining.
Pokemon fair.
Let's do Giga Drain. Alright, they're going to switch. Is it Houndoom that's going to take just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of damage?
This Pokemon is
Yep, absolutely.
there's the attack. That was a glancing blow.
Critical hit. Now the dice roll I have to decide here.
Pokemon
Do I think we survive Crunch? If we do, we want to attack it again. If we don't, we want to go Destiny Bond. I'm gonna assume it has enough to kill me and go Destiny Bond.
to go. It's time to take
Because if we can get Houndoom out of there, Jinx can run amok the rest of the battle.
fight. A powerful blow.
Yep, there we go. Good call on the Destiny Bond.
Oh, it has no strength left. It's taking its opponent down with it.
All right, so they both get a knockout and a feint there.
My, this is one wild.
So what's left? Kangaskhan, Machamp, Magneton. I know Jinx for sure can handle Machamp and Kangaskhan.
Trainer has
You know what? Let's go Houndour. Because it's the Houndour is the most disposable of the four now.
this Pokemon is back for another go.
I thought about picking Doug Trio, but I was like, what are the odds it will end up being one of the R2? This still works, though. We can Flamethrower, because they're either going to switch and let something else get hit, or we're going to hit it super effectively.
This has become a clash between different Pokemon types.
Oh, they're staying in.
Ooh, flamethrower. That had to hurt.
And that was enough. Magneton's gone.
Knockout.
Meaning that now Doug Trio is the most disposable Pokemon.
There's a big difference in the number of Pokemon remaining on
Kangaskhan and Machamp. I would assume it's going to be Kangaskhan, because of Surf.
it has
Or not. Well, I guess it's got fighting, but yeah. Never mind.
this has become a clash between
Uh,
types. An all-out power
Sludge Bomb. Maybe we can poison it.
victory in a Pokemon battle.
And then we'll try Sludge Bomb once. If we survive to another turn, we didn't get the poison anyway. If we survive this turn, we'll use Flamethrower next turn.
Oh, that's a miss.
All right, works for me.
There's
Submission, 80% accurate. Nice to see the game miss a low accuracy move. We've seen it twice with Thunder and Submission in this battle. Oh, the burn would have been nice there, but all right.
Drill the weakness.
That's going to hurt a lot. Bye, Houndour.
Oh no! It's fainted just like that.
All right, that's all right. We got Jinx, Fearow, and even Dugtrio still.
Bring out a
In fact, we're going to try Dugtrio. Because if we get a high enough number, Dugtrio can take it out.
Pokeball open.
And then we'll have two Pokemon that are untouched to fight Kangaskhan with.
What's this?
7, that might be enough.
Yes, it's a hit.
It is enough. Dugtrio with the knockout.
It goes.
Dugtrio's going, how do you like me now for letting me go, team?
Pokemon left to come out.
Oh, man. Kangaskhan versus
Pokemon appears with a cry.
essentially two and a third Pokemon or something like that.
The number of
Dugtrio is going to get a chance to hit it with Magnitude once before going down at least. Big number? Nope, 5, of course.
little damage.
Wow, yep. Dugtrio... Those are the reasons why Dugtrio's not on Nightmare anymore.
That's a hit. Oh,
All right, Dugtrio goes down. Kangaskhan with a knockout in its first battle.
so what will be the next Pokemon?
All right, let's go Fearow. And, I'm not even going to mess around with Toxic. I'm just going to go straight for attack.
This Pokemon is rejoining the
If Fearow can survive long enough to get 2 attacks off, I like its chances here.
Pokemon is 2 to 1.
We'll try Drill Peck, and if we survive to another turn, we'll go Hyper Beam.
What now? Critical hit.
Got a critical hit. That was needed.
What will it do?
Ooh, but we are confused.
They're both
All right, which of these is more accurate? 190. Okay, Drill Peck it is,
go.
since we got that critical hit. Fearow fights through the critical hit,
That's it.
and Fearow takes out the Kangaskhan. Jinx with a did not play.
Remaining Pokemon. And
And that's a victory from My Little Ponyta, 2-0. All right, there's number 2 has beaten number 1. Things get real interesting now. Congratulations, My Little Ponyta. Congratulations to myself for actually, playing a good battle for the first time in weeks, it feels like. So, yeah. Not a whole lot to say there. It was funny that Dugtrio ended up doing as much as it did after being released by Nightmare. I wouldn't want to be in Nightmare's shoes right now. I don't think that was a critical mistake, but it is funny that it worked out that way for this particular battle. Good battling all around, good lineups. An interesting thing about My Little Ponyta is they use the same lineup in both their matches this week. So it'll be interesting to see if Dugtrio can put the same kind of work forward in the other matchup. All right, but for the time being, My Little Ponyta win, and I'm going to get ready for the second matchup of the day. All right, everybody, we're back with our second matchup of the day, the Pokemon Power and My Little Ponyta. Interesting development with Ponyta winning the earlier matchup. So they're now 7-5, Slashers at 6-6, and the Pokemon Power at 5-6. A win by the Power can really mess things up in the standings because we'd have 3 teams with 6 losses, really tightening the race there. And with first place having 5, it could really be a 1-game difference between first and fourth if the Power end up winning. If the Power lose, Ponyta will essentially pull into a share of first place. I don't know how the tiebreakers work out yet, but at the very least, they'd be tied in the win-loss column. So let's see how this goes. By what they've got, Blastoise is okay against 3 of them. Electabuzz is okay, but there's a Dugtrio matchup. Kadabra's okay against pretty much everything except Blissey and Houndour. Venusaur does not like most of the team that it's going against. It's okay against Haunter, technically, I guess. But we don't want to see that. We want to see, Dugtrio and Blissey. Ursaring might actually be the lead here. Ursaring or Tyranitar. Let's go Ursaring. They don't have a fighting type, so no matter what comes out to start, it at least won't be something that's super effective.
A hot battle involving the hopeful champs of
Yeah, Venusaur's in a tight spot this week, but we'll see. We've seen Venusaur do some weird things, both good and bad, this season, so maybe he'll pull something off that it wasn't supposed to do, you know what I mean? Maybe get a couple critical hits on Giga Drain or something. Alright, Ursaring and Fearow. Ursaring's actually probably the better one to have against Fearow, because it can rest if it's poisoned. But that means we're also just going to have to go Fire Punch for the time being, because we can't dig against Fearow. Here comes Hyper Beam. Wow, that did more than expected. But Fearow also can't do anything the next turn. Do I go Fire Punch again to try and get the burn? Or do I go Rest to heal up? We do have Tyranitar who could switch into Fearow next turn. I think we're going to go Fire Punch to try and... Because if we could burn the Fearow, its attack power is going to significantly drop. No burn. Of course not. Okay, why would I assume the game would help me out there? Alright, let's go Tyranitar. Hope for another Hyper Beam so it doesn't do anything next turn. Nope, it went Drill Peck. I would imagine we're going to see Doug Trio, which is why we're going to go for Bite instead of Sandstorm. It's going for Toxic. 1 for 1 on the Toxic. Another Bite should take it out. Come on, no crit, no crit. All right, Fearow's gone. Okay, I would assume it's going to be either Doug Trio or Haunter. More likely Doug Trio. Yep. We don't really have a whole lot to deal with the Doug Trio. This is where Venusaur comes in. If it's a low number, Venusaur might be able to actually do something this battle. If it's a high number, Doug Trio is probably going to two-shot it. Come on, low number. Alright. We can live with that. Alright, you're most likely going to switch to Houndour or Haunter. I'm going to go for Poison Powder, hoping it's Houndour. If it's Haunter, I mean, we weren't going to do much with Giga Drain anyway. Alright, we might be able to at least poison it. 75% accurate move, so fingers crossed here. Alright, got some poison on it. Alright, you're absolutely going to come at us with Flamethrower. So we're going to go with Tyranitar, because I don't want Blastoise getting burned.
The trainer switching Pokemon. The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. Oh, it's poison. Will it be okay?
To think that poison attacks, like poison hits you mid-turn like that back then, it's still funny to me. Alright, and Fearow's gone, so everything remaining can get hit by Mud Slap. So we're going to Mud Slap, and if it does happen to be Doug Trio's got a chance to miss now.
opens to reveal its Pokémon. What's this? That was a glancing blow. Accuracy is down.
All right. Well, to be honest, our health is so bad at this point with us being poisoned. We might as well stick it out and just see if we can get them to miss and we hit bite. Instead of letting something take a hit for us here. Big number. It does hit, despite the mud slap. Tyranitar did a good job, though. Now we get a free switch in. Let's go Blastoise, because if we go Venusaur, we know they're going to switch. With Blastoise, it's most likely going to be Blissey if they even switch to begin with.
This has become a clash between different Pokémon types. An all-out power offense.
In fact, now that I say that, I'm pretty sure they're going to switch. I'm going to go Mud Slap.
The Pokémon is returning to its Pokémon.
Make it so Thunder has even less of a chance of hitting.
Oh, it's Blissey. There's the attack. That did little damage. The stat changer succeeded. How will this Pokémon switch affect the flow of battle?
All right, Venusaur. Ursaring would be great here with Dig or Snore, but from where we're hurt already, we can't really switch him in there safely, even with the Mud Slap helping out.
Rejoining the battle. How's that? No, that didn't.
All right, there's a miss.
What impact will this Pokémon switch have on the battle?
I would imagine we're just going to see Houndour again. So, trying to predict that, let's get... if we get rid of... Oh, man. Because Houndour's faster, so I don't like Ursaring's chances of surviving that. If we could ever get Ursaring in against Haunter, would be in a good spot. Actually, Electabuzz is a safe switch here because it could hit neutrally against Houndour, and if they don't switch, Thunder won't hurt us much if it hits us. Let's go Electabuzz. Yeah, to switch a Palooza like this, it's just a matter of trying to outsmart the game or break a sequence. So we're going to try Electabuzz because we haven't done that yet. See what happens. Stayed in, okay. Interesting. Means I could have poisoned it, potentially. Light Screen first to help against the Thunder.
It's better protected against special attacks.
You know what? Keep defense curling. That's fine. I can switch Venusaur back in and poison you. Now we got that light screen up.
The trainer's switching Pokémon. The Pokémon appears with a cry.
All right. If you get poisoned, it won't matter because then we just got to wait you out. And you only have 10 Thunder. You've already used one of them at least.
The flow of battle.
Poison Powder, 75% accurate. Please hit. We need it.
Oh, it's been
All right, that's a big help. Now we just got to play the waiting game. It might be a very long waiting game, but we play the waiting game.
the move failed.
Flash misses because of the Mud Slap earlier.
Both battlers still
That's funny.
fresh and ready for more.
Giga Drain, it's not going to do much, but we'll get some health back at least.
What's next?
Like I said, Venusaur doing some weird things. Its ability to poison opponents might be where it helps the team out this week.
What'll it do?
Okay, we'll just switch to Tackle.
That's change.
Yep, let that poison tick away, and we'll just kind of tack on a little bit here and there where we can with Tackle and such. Save Giga Drain for when we need it.
That was a glancing
Granted, Doug Trey is the only one where we would need it, but you get the point.
The light stream's effect wore off. The white-hot battle continues.
After this one, I might switch out to try and get rid of all the flashes it's doing. Yeah. That's alright. It's not like we're doing a lot of damage with Tackle.
What now?
Miss, please.
No, that didn't connect.
Mud Slap paying off again. Okay, so it's losing about 80 a turn.
Sparks are flying.
So if we do no damage to it at all whatsoever, it's going to be 3 turns before it goes down.
What's next? Oh my! Missed again! What'll it do? Oh, that missed too.
Another miss with Thunder.
Additional damage.
Again, the Mud Slap really paying off here. Let's go Giga Drain, because if we can manage to do 30-ish or more damage... Oh, now they're going to switch. Okay. But good to know that Blissy's near the end there.
This Pokemon is
The other poison Pokemon comes in.
It's poison. Will it be okay? There's the attack. It's not very effective.
That's fine. The important thing was we got health back.
How will this Pokemon
Alright, you're going to go for fire. We don't have Tyranitar anymore, so let's go Blastoise. It'll take more poison damage. My guess is that they'll try to switch in Haunter or Blissey, so we'll go Mud Slap like last time. Except last time it was Tyranitar doing the Mud Slapping.
that didn't do much. How will this new
Alright, I would imagine you're going to switch, so here's a Mud Slap. They are not going to switch. Okay.
how's that? A light hit.
Well, then we go Hydro Pump next turn if this... Well, with the poison, we might actually have enough from a Mud Slap next turn.
That hurt. Perfect.
Yeah, there we go. Critical hit, Mud Slap.
Go.
Houndour is gone, which means that Kadabra is in the clear now.
Oh, it's Haunter.
And there's Haunter. You are absolutely going to try to Giga Drain me,
Different Pokemon type.
which is why Venusaur is going back in.
Guarantee victory in a Pokemon battle. The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball.
And then when you try to Shadow Ball me next turn, we can put Ursaring back in.
Focus to reveal its Pokemon. What's next?
Actually, I'm going to try to Big Brain this again. I'm going to use Poison Powder, expecting a switch to Jinx.
Pokemon switch tab on the battle.
Okay.
What'll it do?
Well, then the Ursaring thing comes back into play then.
Light attack.
Okay, so this is going to fail because you can't poison a poison type.
That had no
It's only 75% accurate anyway. We'll just hope that's the turn we would have missed anyway. Alright, Ursaring. The Shadow Ball will miss.
Pokemon.
If they don't switch and we can survive a Giga Drain, we can rest up.
This
And then when we wake up, we can start Fire Punching. Or digging, actually.
What's this? That caused no damage at all.
They only get 5 Giga Drain. They've already used 1.
Affect the flow of battle.
Rest up. Please survive Giga Drain.
The hit lands right off.
Did more than I was hoping it would do, but we did survive it. That's 2 Giga Drain down, 3 to go.
Oh, a quick snooze.
If it's doing 70, we're going to be out about 140 or so before we get to attack. Go ahead, use them all up. Use them all up. It'll make Blastoise safe.
A light hit.
That's 3.
Ah, it can't move. The heated action continues. What's next? That did little damage.
That's 4, so only 1 more Giga Drain. Which also means that next time we can rest up. And then it can't do anything to us, really.
From both competitors.
I'm just going to try to Big Brain it and do rest here. Get our health back, and then it can't do anything to us.
That was a classic.
All it'll have left are Spite, Shadow Ball. It might have Confuse Ray. I can't remember all of its moves, but point being, we're going to be safe.
Oh, a quick snooze. A hot battle is unfolding.
All right, Fire Punch. Because it doesn't matter at this point what we're picking.
Oh, a fight attack.
All right, rest went down. That's okay. We got full health now, and you can't do anything to us. We don't need rest to work.
It's a fierce battle. There's the attack. It had its power point drained.
All right, we still have 2 rest. Kind of shocked it didn't do 4 that time.
The white hot battle.
All right, this time we're going to go for dig.
What's this? It had its power point.
All right, we don't have any more rest left now, officially.
It woke
But we got full health, and I'm not sure we're going to need it at the moment. All right, Blissey doesn't want to get hit by a physical move. Doug Trio doesn't want to get hit by anything. Jinx doesn't want to get hit by physical. Haunter's weak to dig, so, like, something's getting hit hard here.
How's that? Oh, that's a miss.
All right, here comes our dig.
There's the attack. That had to hurt.
Yep, that hurt Haunter quite a bit. Dig again. Oh, this is perfect that we dug, because that way we don't beat it this turn. I don't know if you can Destiny Bond twice in a row or not. I would imagine you could. Alright, so Ursaring's going to go down with Haunter, but Haunter's out of the way at least. We were out of rest anyway, so Ursaring would probably get worn down at some point. But good job to get Haunter out of there. Venusaur can handle Doug Trio. Blissey's poisoned. And then there's Jinx. I would imagine Jinx is the one that's going to come out here. So I'm going to go with Blastoise. Blastoise can also hit Doug Trio if it ends up being Doug Trio. All right. Again, gonna try to big brain this a little bit. We're gonna mud slap once, and then try for Hydro Pump.
What'll it do? That was a glancing blow. What's next? The hit glanced right off.
At least now, even if Blastoise goes down, Jinx has a chance to miss until it switches out.
It's a fierce battle.
Hydro Pump.
There's the attack. No, that didn't.
There's that miss, already paying off the mud slap.
There it goes. That inflicted some damage.
We're gonna need another. We're gonna need
They're both hanging.
2 more hits, whether it be Hydro Pump and Mud Slap or 2 Hydro Pumps.
What's this? That did little damage.
All right, we survived that. Do we get another Hydro Pump off? That'd be huge if we do.
A furious attack. Great hit.
All right, that's big for helping out Kadabra.
Comeback appeared to be
We're gonna go Mud Slap if we get to attack again, because that's a more sure thing to hit.
there. Confusion. That hit.
All right, critical hit. Not sure they really needed it right there, but all right. Blastoise goes down, but did a lot of work to help the team out.
That KO will bring out a new
Here comes Kadabra. It just needs to outspeed any and everything the rest of the battle here.
with Kadabra. The foe is weak. Now it's time to attack. There's a big HP difference between the two
Psychic.
combatants.
Bye, Jinx.
A psychic blast. Yes, it's a hit. Oh, knockout.
All right, all right. Doug Trio and Blissey left. Blissey might literally, like, pass out when it comes out of the Pokeball.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. The number of remaining Pokemon
Psychic.
is 3 to 2.
It does get to go first.
A sharp attack.
It gets a big number for once.
Was good.
Is that enough to kill Kadabra? No. I was going to say, that changes the whole game if it one-shots Kadabra.
Vicious attack. That inflicted some damage. The healer
All right, all right. If it's a low number, Kadabra lives.
There's the attack.
4. I think Kadabra lives. Yep. Doug Trail once again coming through in the clutch for the other team with low numbers.
There's the shot. That's it. Oh, it has no strength left.
There's another one for Kadabra. Now all we gotta do is take out the Blissey, and this will be my second victory of the day against the computer.
The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon.
If the poison doesn't take it out first, that is.
Last Pokemon now.
Alright, here we go. Here comes Psychic. That should be enough.
That did little damage.
It was not enough, so it looks like the poison will be what does it if Kadabra doesn't get beat here.
Here it comes. Thunder. Great hit.
Kadabra goes down to Blissey,
Quick collapse.
meaning the poison won't take effect yet.
Which Pokemon will join
But that just means we put in Venusaur, which Blissey can't beat with Thunder.
with a cry?
And this one will be over.
What an opportunity. The number of remaining Pokemon.
I'm just going to growl at it. Tackle could have won it there, but we're going to win with poison anyway.
Attack power is down. What's next? No, the move failed.
Interesting that Flash was its last move. All right, Blissey goes down, and the Power are going to get a 2-0 victory.
And there goes the battle.
Pokemon Power getting the job done, and it messes up the standings very much now. But yeah, there we go. Congratulations to the Power. I know you've been kind of worried about if your team was good or not. You're right there with the rest of us, showing that your team isn't bad, obviously. So congratulations, everyone. Ursaring did a pretty good job. I know in the stat book it's going to go, oh, I had 1 knockout and 1 faint, but it played its role. It did its job. Yeah, very good job by both teams picking their Pokemon. Doug Trio continues to be I don't know what's going on with it this year versus last year, but it seems like it gets low numbers a lot more frequently this year. So yeah, there we go. That's 2 battles down, 1 more to go, and I'll be right back with that last one here in just a moment. All right, I'm back with our last matchup of the day, the West Virginia Slashers and the Houston Ho-Oh. This one gets interesting because if the Slashers win, they're in a tie for second. If they lose, they fall to 4th. And Houston Ho-Oh would be a game out of 4th at that point. So, big matchup for both teams as far as seeding and everything. Let's see what happens here. Bringing Fissure Diglett again. If we can get around to Articuno, then Diglett's in play for everyone remaining. What do we got to start here? Ampharos is actually a good matchup for everyone except the Bayleaf. Mischievous is a decent matchup as well for everyone except Umbreon. Quillfish is pretty good except for Espeon and Raikou. Starmie's pretty good except for Umbreon and Raikou. Bayleaf's not great for it either. Dodrio is good against 4. I think I'm going to lead with Ampharos and kind of see where we go from there.
This free battle is about to get underway.
Because Ampharos, with all of its moves being 50-50, pretty much, it's not as reliable, so we'll throw it out there first instead of trying to save it for the end. Be funny if it was like Articuno or Vaporeon right off the bat. There we go. Now, even if they switch to Bayleaf, if we could get Zap Cannon to work, that'd be huge. They're not switching yet. I say yet because they might do it after Mist. Here comes that first Zap Cannon.
Oh, that's amazing.
0 for 1.
They're both hanging.
All right, Zap Cannon number 2 on the way. Here comes Blizzard. I bet they go 1 for 1.
Serious attack. Whoops, that missed.
Okay, the game missed as well. We're evened up. Zap Cannon number 2.
Oh my, missed
0 for 2. All right, game. It'd be real nice if we could hit at least one of these zap cannons, especially with it being Articuno that's out there.
A sharp attack. Nailed the weak spot.
Oh, critical hit Blizzard. We're dead. Oh, we survived it. What do you know? Zap cannon number 3. We got the hit finally. Articuno paralyzed. I don't know if he'll be slower than us or not here now. Zap cannon number 4 on the way. If we could take out Articuno, that'd be a nice start.
No, that didn't
1 for 4.
grip by
All right, we're going to get at least that 5th chance at,
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
You know what? We're going to go Dynamic Punch instead in case we do survive and get a chance to fight like Vaporeon or something. Dynamic Punch?
Oh, that missed too.
Wow. Wow. I bet this hits.
Yes, it
All right, so they were 2 for 3 on Blizzard with a critical hit. We went 1 for 6 on on 50-50 moves. You know, where the odds say we would go 3 for 6, we went 1 for 6.
Pokemon will appear next.
Oh, well, at least it is damaged. I know we're weak against ice, but Dodrio should be able to do enough to take it out at this point. I need to mark down that Articuno got the knockout.
The white-hot battle continues.
All right, we're not gonna mess around. We're gonna go straight to try attack. Hope that's enough damage that we don't have to worry about if Blizzard hits or not.
Right, that's a hit.
All right.
Yes, it's going down.
All right, tied up at 1 apiece.
Will bring out a new Pokemon.
I would imagine this is gonna be Raikou.
Oh, it's Raikou. This is a clash of different Pokemon.
Go Diglett.
This Pokemon is switching out. Oh, it's Diglett.
I'm just gonna go for Fissure, expecting them to switch.
No effect.
Now that Articuno's gone, we can potentially hit anything left with Fissure.
The flow of
So Fissure it is. Yep, they're switching, so we get a free shot here. But it's just a matter of if it works, but we get a free attempt. Oh, if it was Bayleaf, this would be awesome.
Bailey.
Come on, Fissure. Come on, Fissure. We could easily win if we take it out here.
Fine, Fissure. Whoops, that missed.
That was worth a shot. Okay,
Tab on the battle.
you're gonna Razor Leaf me, so Dodrio's the smart one to put in.
Here comes a Pokemon switch.
We might be able to go back and forth until we get Raikou out of the picture.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. What'll it do? It's not.
Let's say if we can just keep it from getting any critical hits.
Will this newly
Let's go try attack. Yeah, I was gonna say because I thought they might switch.
trainer switching
Is it Raikou again? Are we gonna get some free damage on Raikou?
The Pokeball opens
Yep.
to reveal.
If we froze it, that'd be funny.
There's the attack. Great hit.
Well, I got paralysis on. That's not bad.
How will this Pokemon switch affect?
You're gonna go for Spark again, so Diglett makes another appearance. And we'll have another chance to land Fissure on something. I like this because we're gonna if the computer keeps doing this musical chairs, odds are we're gonna land at least a Fissure if we get that many opportunities.
What impact will this Pokemon
Fissure again. Okay, they went quick attack this time.
What's this?
Interesting. How much does it do?
Glance right off.
Not much. We can go for Earthquake next turn then.
That's it.
Or we could just take it out with Fissure anyway.
Down it goes.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Diglett's on the team. I don't think it outspeeds anything except Umbreon remaining. Maybe Bayleaf. It definitely doesn't outspeed
Appears with a crash.
Espeon. I know that much.
This has become a clash between different Pokemon.
Oh, Dodrio.
Power offense doesn't guarantee
And next time we can go Fly instead of Try Attack because everything remaining can at least get hit normally by Fly.
the Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball.
Come on, don't give me a critical hit here.
Oh, that was
All right, all right.
How will this
We're going to fly into something here.
Pokemon fare?
It looks like they're staying in because we got our attack animation off.
What'll it do? No.
If we get paralyzed by Body Slam, that could be unpleasant.
Fierce battle.
Boy, if we got a critical hit here, that'd be nice.
A sharp attack. A powerful blow.
Nope, but a lot more damage than I thought we were going to get out of it.
There's the attack.
All right, I think this time we go Tri-Attack because it's just going to heal up if we give it that extra turn.
Competitor.
So let's just hope Tri-Attack is enough to take it out here.
There's the attack. Right. That's a hit.
All right, Bayleaf's down.
It has There's a big difference in the number of Pokemon remaining on each side.
Okay, Vaporeon, Espeon, and Umbreon.
It has to make up for lost ground. The heated action continues.
Yeah, I think we just kind of keep doing what we're doing. Fly so that there's a turn that it misses us, and then we'll do Tri-Attack if we get its health down low enough.
Waterfall attack. Whoop, that missed. The white hot battle.
All right, hanging in there. Here comes Fly.
What's this? Hit. That inflicted some damage.
Okay, decent damage.
Vicious attack.
If we survive, we do Tri-Attack. We did not survive.
Quick collapse.
That's all right. Good job, Dodrio. You got
Awaiting the appearance
two very important KOs for us. Starmie.
Pokemon is ready.
We're going to try Zap Cannon shenanigans again.
Oh, it's starting.
If they switch out, Zap Cannon's still good against the other two because it can slow them down at least. Please hit. We're 1 for 6 on these kind of moves.
Oh, that's a miss.
1 for 7 on the 50% moves. We did get a Fissure, though. Actually, if you throw Fissure in there, we are
It rains.
2 for 9 on 50% or lower moves. 2 for 9. Can we make it 3 for 10?
There it goes. That struck home.
There's 3 for 10.
It's still padding its stats.
I mean, in all honesty, if it's just going to sit there, we might as well just keep trying to Zap Cannon and save Waterfall for the other Pokemon.
A sharp attack. Right. That's a
There we go. Vaporeon goes down
Oh.
to the Zap Cannon Starmie. Espeon and Umbreon remain.
There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon for each side. Oh, it's Umbreon.
Shocker, it's Umbreon. Okay,
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
switch in Quillfish.
The trainer's switching.
Because if anything, that'll either force in Espeon, or
Oh, it's
we'll have a chance to poison Umbreon and go that route.
What'll it do? A powerful blow.
Critical hit, of course. Thanks, game.
What impact will this Pokemon
Really love that.
have on
Well, no point in doing Minimize because it's got Feint Attack. Feint Attack never misses.
There's the attack.
Might try Pin Missile if we could get poison on it. We didn't get the poison, but just saying.
What next? That did little damage.
That's just close enough that I think it might knock us out. But we might also survive with like 1 or 2.
What's this? That's it.
Got that poison. That's important since we have the number advantage.
What now? A light pack.
Quillfish survives. Poison's going to do its thing.
The heated action continues.
What's Pin Missile's accuracy? 85. Sludge Bomb again because we know at least it's going to hit.
Sludge bomb away. slow.
1 health. Umbreon's a dead man walking.
Fake attack. Yes.
Quillfish is taken out by the Umbreon,
Relax.
which again is going down any second now.
What Pokemon will appear next?
Diglett!
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. The opponent is weak.
Earthquake.
Opportunity.
I don't care. You're going down because of poison then.
A light.
Either way, you were going to go down.
Ow. Additional
Alright,
damage.
poison gets the Umbreon, which means Quillfish gets a knockout retroactively. Man, I can't speak today.
There's only one Pokemon.
Alright. Got essentially 2 Pokemon because it's going to outspeed Diglett.
This is the last Pokemon.
So we'll let it take down Diglett so that we get a free switch in. If for some reason it doesn't take us out, we'll Earthquake it. We're faster. I could have gone for Fissure, but I'll take the damage to up my chances of beating it. Yeah, that helped a lot, actually. Psybeam, Diglett's going to be dead. I'm going to be very impressed if it survives.
Great hit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Good job, though, Diglett. Diglett has been good every match we've brought it to.
The next Pokemon needs to be prepared.
Alright, Starmie, because I believe this Espeon basically just has, like, Quick Attack and Psybeam. We're Psychic type, so we're not going to get hurt much by it.
Number of remaining Pokemon,
Waterfall!
2 to 1. What'll it do? Hit. That was good.
Yep, we win with 1 more hit.
What now? That didn't accomplish much.
Alright, Starmie takes that like a champ. Here comes another Waterfall.
Will this do it? Out of there.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually swept the computer once this season.
Remaining Pokemon.
Holy cow, it is possible.
The battle.
I actually won all the matches against the computer on a given day. Who would have guessed? It only took 10 weeks. I guess 11 if you throw in the bye week, but you know what I mean. It took long enough. Slashers get the victory. The standings are a huge mess now. I will have to take a long bit here to get everything sorted out. So I'll be right back in a moment. Several moments probably, once I finally have everything ironed out. So see you in just a moment. Alright, we're back. We've got the updated standings and everything. We're getting close to the end of the season here. We got 2 more weeks. Right now, there it is. We got Nightmare After Christmas in first at 8-5. The Slashers via tiebreaker of point differential. In second at 7-6. Milo Little Ponyta 7-6. Pokemon Power at 6-6, but they have a doubleheader next week, so they might as well be 7-6. And the Houston Ho-Oh at 4-9. I'm now up to 20-12 against computer after having my first 3-0 week of the season. I can't believe it took that long. But there we go. Updated statistics. We've got Tyranitar leading the pack at 11-10 for the power as far as both knockouts and games played. Moltres still at 9-7. Venusaur quietly getting a pretty good ratio there at 8-5. And Blastoise was 6-3. Nothing to laugh at either. Kadabra came in clutch today with its speed. As far as the slashers go, we didn't use Lantern or Primate today. Quillfish doing its job today with the poison knockout against Umbreon. Dodrio continuing to be useful. Mischievous didn't have to play, but it's been good when it has played. Scyther didn't play this week, but it's also been very good. Diglett has been probably my favorite story of the season. That Fissure Diglett, it has a 7-4 ratio. And it got Fissure to work again today. And Starmie had a good showing. That's more what I was expecting from Starmie last week before I got one shot by Thunder. But yeah. My Little Ponyta. Haunter still leading the way in games played and knockouts. Jinx doing well as well. Houndour's played a lot of games despite not having a great ratio, I do think that Houndour has helped out in a lot of games, like where it damages an opponent first and someone else gets the knockout. Yeah, I mean, that pretty solid stuff. Funny that Dugtrio is already doing better now with My Little Ponyta than it did with Nightmare After Christmas. As you can see there, Dugtrio with Nightmare After Christmas had 4 knockouts, 6 feints. It's already got 3-2 with My Little Ponyta, so I guess she has better luck than the other owner. Nightmare After Christmas, speaking of which, with Dugtrio gone. Still no Alakazam sighting. Alakazam is the only owned Pokemon that hasn't made an appearance yet. It's so funny because the previous 2 years Alakazam was really good. So it's really funny that it just hasn't shown up yet. I'm not saying that they have to use it. They're winning. They're in first place, so they know what they're doing, but it's just funny it hasn't showed up yet. Tentacruel still leading the way at 17-10. Machamp quietly sneaking up the rankings there with a 12-6, putting it very much in the MVP conversation. Yeah, that's where that team sits. Not a whole lot more to say. Houston Ho-Oh, Espeon's clearly been the best on that team all season. Bayleaf has been pretty solid behind it. Not a whole lot really I can say about that team either. So right now, this is how it looks. We're still kind of debating internally on if we're doing a 4-team or 5-team playoff. Judging by the standings, I can see the argument for 4 because there's only 4 that have a chance really at the first place spot, unless everything goes right for the Ho-Oh moving forward. But at the same time, I think the Ho-Oh have been competitive enough that they could make for an interesting 4 versus 5 matchup. So we'll see. At the moment, everyone's fighting not to be the 4 seed because they don't want to have that match against the Ho-Oh and have to win an extra game to try and be the champions. Or get upset by the Ho-Oh in the first round. So right now, the desirable seeds are 1, 2. 1 and 2 are the most desirable. 3 is even acceptable. Because number 3 at least gets you out of that play-in game. But 1 and 2 are the most desirable because then you've got me as opposed to the computer, which while the computer has been more tricky this season, I'm still winning more often than it is, so the higher chances are if I'm in charge. So yeah, this will be interesting to see how this all works out. Going into this next week here, we've got 3 double headers. We've got the Slashers are playing on the road against the Pokemon Power, meaning that I will be controlling the Power in that game. And the Slashers will be playing at home against My Little Ponyta, which means I will be in control against the Ponyta. Houston Ho-Oh, doubleheader, home against the Pokemon Power, meaning I'm in charge. I'm at Nightmare AC, which is meaning I'm in charge of Nightmare for that game. Pokemon Power, at home against the Slashers, meaning I'm in charge of the Power. On the road against the Houston Ho-Oh, meaning I'm in charge for the Houston Ho-Oh. I know that may seem redundant, I repeated myself some there, but I'm trying to create less confusion amongst the owners. Nightmare After Christmas has 1 game. They play at home against the Houston Ho-Oh, meaning I'm in charge of Nightmare After Christmas. My Little Ponyta on the road against the West Virginia Slashers, meaning that I will be in control of the Slashers. All right, we're nearing the end, everybody. This has been really fun this season. We got 2 more weeks, and then we have playoffs. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense. I'm going to try to get more videos out a little more frequently here, not just the Pokemon Stadium, but on the channel in general. I know a couple people, I'm not going to say names so that doesn't draw attention to them. A couple people have reached out to me saying that they have really enjoyed my videos and it's really helped them out in some hard times. It's sort of reinvigorated me as a YouTube person to try and get a few more videos out there. Because I know I myself have had some tough times, and as cliche and funny as it does sound, having something that makes you laugh or that's entertaining really can help in those situations. So I'm going to try to do my best to get some more stuff out. And, yeah, I hope everyone is feeling great, and thank you so much for letting me know. That really put things in perspective for me. So again, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next week with another week of the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. All right. Bye-bye.